Do you think this is a playoff team?
I definitely feel that if the Cardinals admit a few mistakes they made and don't live with those mistakes and have the best 25 guys on their roster, they'll win the division. If you pick the best 13 pitchers who's going to pitch for the Cardinals, and whether they're the closer or the setup man or however you want to use them, you got to put the right guys in there at the right time to win the ball games. And I think they have 13 and probably 2 more or 3 more at Memphis that can pitch here.
Do you think when this team is healthy, they're the best team in the division?
Yeah.
Better than the Cubs?
Yeah. I like the Cub lineup. I like the Cub defense on the infield. Best in baseball. But the Cub problem is they're starting pitching. In spite of the fact that when you think about the 8 regulars they put on the field every day, I think they got the best 8 regulars. But by the same token, Frank, when I look at their starting pitching, and I look at the inconsistency of their bullpen, their setup men, trying to get to their closer, I just don't think the starting pitching is going to be good enough to win the division.
Is this the most talented group of pitchers in Cardinal history?
It's hard to say because when you look at my '82 team, which we were fortunate enough to win the World Series, you check our pitching staff. Nobody in baseball liked our pitching staff, but we led the league in ERA. We never lost over 3 games in a row all year, and things like that. Now that's pretty good pitching. I think talent-wise, when you just say, is it the best staff? Talent-wise, it's got the potential to be a staff that's going to dominate the National League for the next 5 or 6 years. When I look at the potential of the Cardinals, I would say right now that the potential of the people they're going to have on their roster the next few years is going to be like a Budweiser distributorship. You can't screw it up.
When you watch Jordan Hicks, what do you see?
Oh, he's lights out. And, he throws strikes, and he looks like he's got good control of his breaking ball. Nothing seems to bother him. He says all the right things in the interviews and to the press. He's just an extremely talented guy.
Your players liked you, but did you care if they liked you?
I didn't care if they didn't like me. I liked for them to like me. I wanted them to know I was honest. And I didn't want them to read something in the paper that I didn't tell them face to face. But the big thing a manager has to have from his players, they have to respect you, your ability as a manager, and the fact that you put the people in the right place at the right time to make them succeed.
What do you think when you hear this stat that right now in Major League Baseball, there are more strikeouts than hits?
Well, it's a joke. It drives me crazy, Frank, to see him go up there and take 3 big wild swings and walk back to the bench and not advancing that runner. And one thing, and many things, that Casey Stengel told me over the years, he never knew a hitter that ever got a raise for striking out.